covering the northern Bahamas. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. There has been an outcry for a homeless shelter on Grand Bahama for many years. With these tough economic times, there are those who have found themselves without proper shelter. Now, one woman has taken up the charge to assist the most vulnerable among us, but she says one person cannot do it alone and is calling on the government, the church, and the community to give a helping hand. It's been a long time coming, but this past January, Murphy Knoll says she was blessed with a building. And while she already owns 2 senior citizens' homes, she knew that this third building had to become a homeless shelter.
The property actually was owned by my brother that passed away. And it passed on to my son. And after my son left the island, the property started to deteriorate, to get down and so on. And he always heard me saying that I needed another building to take care of these persons that people be calling me for. And one day he called me, he said, "Mommy, take the building over, that we could be able to host these persons in Grand Bahama, especially how Grand Bahama is going through a crisis right at this present time."
The shelter facilitates men, women, and children. Basically, anyone in need of a roof over their head is welcomed.
The building right here, actually it's a 3-bedroom. We do have that for mothers and children. To be in, and then we have the next door, we have lone men, and that one, we welcome everybody, you know, and once they know how to keep themselves. But so far I watched God move on some of these people who they call bad boys, or a person that nobody wants to be bothered with. I watched God turn their whole life around. When they come here, I talk with them, and I thank God for the spirit that he put on me to show them love.
But Noel says it is not easy. With a packed house, she says they are making up to 100 meals a day with limited income and no assistance from the government.
I'm not getting any, and unfortunately I haven't heard from anybody saying that they will come and even see what I'm doing, or even say, "Ms. Knowles, we can help you," because we're doing over now. Because we just had another patient came in from the hospital, so we're doing over 100 meals a day. And here at the facility.
How many persons do you have at the facility?
Altogether, we have about 33.
Homeless people?
Actually, some of them is not actually homeless. Some of them is like residents that family members bring here, and so on. But the majority of them is like don't have any family member, because we had one just pass away, and now as I speak, he's still there in the morgue, and we're still trying to locate his family for him.
As a private citizen, she says she has done her part, and the rest is now up to the Grand Bahama community.
You can see the building that it needs some work. We had Gavi Tool donated some paint to us. We still could use some more paint. We need people to come and say actually they could come and help us repair the building, that we could be able to care for the people. So I need persons to, if you could please just come and help us with the bed, help us with the groceries and everything like that, so it make it easier to care for these loved ones.
She says the shelter is in urgent need of cleaning supplies, beds, and volunteers who can assist in painting and cleaning the building. She's also appealing for all community-related organizations to jump on board to sustain this new homeless shelter. Finally, in news this evening, back in December, we showcased a series of stories dubbed The Power of Giving. We shared heart-wrenching stories of persons in need. Tonight, The Power of Giving is back as we come together to assist baby Reynardo, a 1-month-old who doctors believed may have a heart condition. His mother made a desperate plea for financial assistance last week as she tries to get some help for her child. In this report, we will show how the Grand Bahama community reached out to help baby Reynardo.
In the light and being seen as we are. Stand in the light and being seen as we are.
Just hours after our story would have aired on Thursday evening, baby Reynardo was back in hospital. Our ZNS News team galvanized itself and we tried to figure out what we needed to do to get this baby off Grand Bahama and into Nassau as soon as possible. Well, we put a plan of action together and we called Mother Leandra back, and it was just a day filled with surprises. Our first stop was at Elnat Maritime Agency. Once the owner, Albert Hepburn, heard about baby Reynardo's story, he said he wanted to help, but we had no idea what he had in store for mother and baby.
Mr. Hepburn himself had experience a few years ago with his 4-day-old son who had suffered from a heart condition. So him knowing and understanding your situation today, he felt no more than willing and needing to assist you. So that being said, Mr. Hepburn and the staff of LNET would like to present you with a donation to assist with the full payment of your testing, baby Renato's testing. So, on behalf of LNET, Mr. Hepburn, we would like to present this token to you.
Right now, baby Renato's test has been paid for in full. How do you feel?
I feel grateful and very happy, and I thank Mr. Elnet and the Elnet company for doing such so. And from me and Renato, we say thank you to you all.
Then we reached out to Western Air, who agreed to give Leandra not just one, but 2 round-trip tickets to Nassau.
We are happy to present to you, Leandra, 2 round-trip tickets. On behalf of us at Western Air, we heard about your story, and we just wanted to be able to help.
Darren Cooper of D's Car Rental became the drop-off location for residents who wanted to help. Leandra had no clue that she was in for another surprise.
We would have taken in some $1,045. We would have received a call a few minutes ago from one of the local churches who was preparing a check actually to bring in Leandra's name to make that donation.
And that was not all. Our ZNS News team also wanted to showcase the power of giving.
On behalf of the Broadcasting Corporation, Northern Service, after we saw your story, it was so touching, and we got together this morning and we decided that we will contribute to your child's health.
And now it is time to ask the doctor.
Welcome. Robin from Nassau sent this question. Dr. Pratt, my mother has heart disease. I notice that sometimes I also get pain in my chest, even though it's only for a short period. What are some ways to prevent heart disease? Heart disease describes a collection of conditions that affect your heart, such as any heart defects you may have had when you were born, blood vessel diseases, and heart rhythm problems, what we call arrhythmias. Although heart disease is a leading cause of death, you do not have to accept this as your fate. You may not have the power to change some of the risk factors of heart disease like family history, sex, or age, but there are some prevention steps that you can take. The key is adopting a heart-healthy lifestyle. By implementing the following prevention tips, you can avoid heart disease. Don't smoke or use tobacco. Exercise for at least 30 minutes for 5 days a week. Eat a heart-healthy diet. Maintain a healthy weight. Get enough sleep, and get a regular health checkup. If you have a question about living a heart-healthy lifestyle and need tips on how to lower your risk for developing heart disease, please drop it in my question box at the hospital or at any of our Grand Bahama community clinics. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Stay with us, Jay Philippe, at the Check on Sports when we come back.